The first 2024 Alfa Romeo Giulia Sprint is here, and this model only has one option on it. Let's break down the pricing and info and what's new on the facelifted Giulias for the 2024 model year. What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rides. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video where, yes, the 2024 Alfa Romeo Giulia is here in sprint formation, the entry level, where you start off. The first one is here at Maserati Alfa Romeo of St. Petersburg. Now, these guys have been hooking me up left and right here at Maserati Alfa Romeo of St. Pete, so make sure you guys check out their inventory. They literally have, let's see if you guys can see this. That row of cars, there's 11 tonales and one of them is inside. They have 12 tonales in total. So again, their inventory is crazy here, so make sure you guys come check them out. But today we gotta talk about the Giulias. Yes, it's the 2024 model year. Now remember, in 2023 here in the States, we did not get the 2023 facelift like Europe did. The restyling for us comes here early for 2024. So this is the 2024 Giulia Sprint. And this Giulia, it only has one option on it. That's it. So what you see is basically what you get. Let's check this thing out. So again, here we are in this beautiful Florida sun showing off the one option we have on this car. And that's the paint color, Vesuvio Gray Metallic Paint. Now, this is not a new color for 2024 by any means, but it still looks phenomenal and there's still an upcharge. I'll break it down on the sticker of what we're looking at for that upcharge. But we got some styling difference up front for the Sprint. And for the Sprint, some things for the entry-level model are going to be different than the TI, luxury middle spec, and for the Veloce top trim level spec. I'll give you one thing that's different between the TI and the Sprint. All right, so the TI would have the aluminum grille right up front for the Scudeto Interlobo, to where the Sprint, just like the Veloce, has the dark meat-on finish for the grille. All right, so the Sprint gets a lot of the Veloce flair. You also get the new tri-LED lights. We know all about these, right? They are so beautiful. This is our first time seeing them in the Giulia. I'll have them illuminated during the end of the video so you guys can see how everything looks. But how do you guys feel about them in the Giulia compared to the Stelvio? I know some people like them better in the Stelvio as far as how they fit. What I've been hearing, you can retrofit these lights in other Alfa Romeo models, like the previous years, from the Bi-Xenons to these. I've been seeing them done in Europe. It's a thing. So if you guys know any more information, you guys can drop the links and comments down below. Now you guys can also see the amber not turn signal, but reflector, because yeah, this is the US. We have to have them regulated with the amber on the side. It kind of sucks, but it's there. We have an Alfa Romeo script right above it as well. And then the front fascia. That is new for 2024, as you guys can see. That is new styling that you'll also get on the other models as well. It just gives it a more aggressive flair with the different honeycomb grille setups. And obviously, you have the sport front fascia when it comes to this lip here. So then you step back and take a look at it all. And there it is. Now you can't necessarily see the front fascia and the new grille design as much at the bottom, but you can see those headlights and you'll definitely be able to see them illuminated. So with that said, yeah, the front looks pretty promising, right? Now here's something we don't see often on a Giulia, and that's standard wheels. Yes, these are 17-inch 15-spoke bright aluminum wheels, and these are the standard models for 2024. Now the reason why we don't see these often is because normally dealers will spec out wheels and option them out on a Sprint model to give them a little bit more flair. But this one, again, one option on this model, they kept it simple, so these wheels are what you get. Now with that said, you have the monochrome center cap, the Brembo brakes, the calipers in silver with the black script. Take a step back, see it all together. It doesn't look bad, especially with the new LED heads. Now, we don't have a Sprint badge. We have a TI and a Veloce badge, but no Sprint badge on the front fenders. So if you don't see a badge, you just know that you're dealing with the entry-level trim. What's nice is we do have the dark gloss black mirror moldings. All right, so we do have that for the mirrors. We do not have any gloss black window trim. This is my only gripe about the Sprints. This was like this last year. For the TI and Veloce, this is done in gloss black, just like this, just like this. It was done in gloss black for the window moldings. For the Sprint though, it's rubber and it doesn't look as well, but I guess that's what happens when you get the entry level. Not as luxurious, not as fancy. It's okay. Then coming to the rear, the Giulia badge, done in chrome, but the tail lamps are clear. Yes, for 2024, we have the new clear LED lamps, similar to those that we used to see on the TI Sport Carbon and Quadrifoglio models. They had the clear lights. We have them here again for 2024. And then at the rear, pretty simple rear diffuser with black exhaust tips. Alfa Romeo insignia right there in the center. It's everything you guys are used to when it comes to the rear. So again, not too many changes up front. Enough on the rear, enough on the front, nothing really on the side. And then we got a little something in the interior. But when it comes to a lot of this stuff, if you guys know the Giulia, you'll know the 2024 model year facelift. And again, when I say you know the Giulia, you know the Giulia, and that counts for the powertrain. Now, built on the same Giorgio platform, you're getting the same inline 4 2-liter, all right, which pumps out 280 horsepower, 306 pound-feet of torque, and will take you to a 0 to 62 mile per hour in 5.7 seconds with a 149 mile per hour top speed. That's what you guys get for this, not twin turbo, inline 4 paired with the ZF 8-speed transmission. We know this engine very well. It's been the same. Now, the noteworthy thing to say is that the next generation Giulia is set to be electric. Whether they will make petrol or gas models to go with it, I don't know. But the next Giulia for 2025, as in the next generation, maybe 2025, early 2026, might be electric. So with that said, we'll get a little grumble out of what we have here, which is the internal combustion engine. Let's talk about our fuel economy, because we're looking at 27, 24, 33 for this model year. 27 combined city and highway, 24 city, 33 highway, premium fuel there for your Giulia for 2024. And then underneath the boot, same around 13 cubic feet of space. You guys look under there, you will have a 40-20-40 split. You can fold down the seats using these two toggles here. You do have your battery stowed over on the side there. And then a small false floor for a tire inflate kit, tow hook, and screwdriver. Not much more going on under here because we have run flat tires when it comes to the Giulia. Guys, if you're enjoying the video so far, make sure you give the videos a big thumbs up. Giving the videos a like will help get it up in the rankings. More people can see it, and I can get more exclusive videos like this first Giulia Sprint for 2024 behind me here today. Now let's step inside of the Giulia Sprint for 2024. New thing here, digital dash. All right, the speedo is now fully digital. How crazy is that, right? Besides that, if you know the Giulia, a lot of this is gonna be familiar. Same exact kind of setup for 2024 when it comes to the interior. Same materials, same seating. I mean, everything that you come to expect out of these models, it is here in the Sprint for 2024. So keep in mind we have a couple of things that are standard, like heated seats and heated steering wheel standard, perfect. We have the wireless charger standard, perfect. The digital speedo standard, perfect. All great things to have. What you definitely need to focus on is your materials that you're used to that you can change up if you add different packages. So with that said, this one, there's no additional options. So basically, this is what you see is what you get from the factory standard. All right, soft touch materials, some black trim pieces, you know, on the dash, on the door here, in the center console here. You also have leather for your perforated gear shift selector. This is a 2-track system. All right, you have the backup camera, which is the standard backup camera you guys are used to on the Giulia. You have the leather wrapped steering wheel, flat bottom with the perforated leather on the insides. Column mounted paddle shifters that are standard. The only model you don't get the paddle shifters on is the TI. Start stop button on the steering wheel. I mean, stuff like your driver assistance controls, your menu and radio controls here. Lighting here with your start stop button and your parking sensors that are standard. Good thing to know, right? Turbine vents here. Your 8.8-inch touchscreen Alpha in-house system, the same system they've had since 2020, is still here on the 2024 models. Again, R&D to redesign this when it's on the Giorgio platform that will be out of here in 2 years. It was a lot of money, so $80 million, probably not worth it to redesign, crash test, and get the safety regulations on this model. So we do not have the Uconnect 5 system that we have in the Tonale. We have Alfa's in-house, which is great. Touchscreen is decent. Good way to navigate it is using the toggle here because it's a response for whatever you want to do there. You also have things like your drive mode selector right next to it. DNA driving mode, all right, so we're in natural, everyday driving. Dynamic, the most throttle response, that's when you really want to punch it. And advanced efficiency, best for your fuel economy, you know, cruise control, highway driving, things like that. Electric parking brake, key fob holder there, your radio dial selector there, so I can turn up and down the radio, select the tracks, mute and pause it, everything like that, really cool. Your hotkeys for your touchscreen there. You also have cup holders here, USB 2.0, you have your 12 volt, you have your dual zone climate controls here as well, and then wireless car charger, as I mentioned. My phone is sitting there now. Armrest here will give you USB 2.0 and USB-C and an aux cable and your RF transmitter for your key fob. Standard seating and done in Nero, as you guys can see, fully Nero interior here, all blacked out. You also have things like your window controls, the lock mechanisms here, and everything else as far as the speaker, the soft touch materials, the stitching, all that good stuff there as well. Again, it's pretty to the point when it comes to a lot of these things in the Alfa. Biggest thing we do need to talk about though is the Speedo with 3 different configurations. These layouts will be changed with this button here. Now this button will toggle through the information inside of those 2 Speedos, and then this will go through it as well. So here we go. First, we'll go through the 3 different layouts there by pressing that button on the side. Okay, so we have that one, this one, and this one. I always say that this one's my favorite. We'll change it up and we'll do this one this time around. All right, so I know the glare is a thing, and that might be something that you have to get used to as well when looking at it. You do want to press this button again to change what's in the center. So you can see Speedo there. I scroll up, stored messages, scroll up again, driver assistance, scroll up again, performance, and then we're back to our Speedo. All right, so just a couple of ways you can change some things there. We have all kinds of information in the Speedos as well. Your miles on your tank, all right, everything as far as the temperature, your miles for the car, where your lights are on and off. So when I put on the blinker, you'll see the blinker right there in the corner. Things like that, you know, that you guys will get used to using the new digital Speedo. I think it's a big upgrade. I know not everybody's going to be a fan, but I think Alfa moving forward definitely will have a lot more technology in them. And Gianfilippo Imperato said that he doesn't think that consumers want big screens, so I would expect a big screen coming into the next generation of the Giulias. Something nice, but not anything too big, because he's hell-bent on saying that consumers don't want big screens, so you guys be the judge. Now we cannot forget about the rear. So we got the same Nero standard seats for the leather, stitching as well, center armrest, and with that armrest you have 2 cup holders. You also see USB 2.0 and heated seating with the turbine vents. You can see the net or cargo net kind of sort of thing for the backrest for cargo. And you can also see the speakers. You can see the soft touch materials, aluminum, all that good stuff as far as the trim levels and materials that you're used to for the Giulia Sprints. As promised, let's take a look at the lighting for the 2024 Giulia with the new tri-LEDs, all illuminated. Come up closer so you guys can see them in action against the Vesuvio gray paint. And if I come along to the mirror cap, also see the amber turn signal there. Going with that switchback look for the LEDs, and then the clear tails here with the turn signal on the side. Again, looks really, really good. Guys, what do you think about the new setup for the 2024 model Giulia? So I told you guys, this is the cheapest, most affordable Giulia you can get for the 2024 model year. It starts off at $42,480 standard. we got one option, and that's the paint color and a destination that gets on all cars, $1,595. You're looking at $44,735. That's it. Then the 4 years, 50,000 miles for the basic warranty and powertrain warranty and roadside assistance. So really, if you were to get the standard gloss white paint, you would only be paying $660 less than what you're paying on this one. So if I'm doing my math correctly, 660 minus the 44,735, well then that's going to take you to what? 44,125, I think, if I'm doing that correctly. So still $44,000 is the cheapest you'll get a Giulia with the destination charges. So here we are. So again, that's Vesuvio gray metallic exterior paint, $660 and $1,595. That's it for options. Everything else you see is standard on this model. Everything comes with it for the 2024 model year. You don't have to option it out. Let's see if I can turn the sticker there for the shadows. Make sure you guys check all that out. Everything as far as the standard options, I mean, good stuff here. Carbon fiber drive shaft, 50/50 weight distribution, the LED heads and tails, also things like your heated front seats, heated rear seats, Google Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, wireless. I mean, all this stuff is standard. The new digital screen, you don't have to option it out. So with that said, what do you guys think about the Giulia Sprint and the pricing breakdown for 2024? There's only one option and $44,000 for this Giulia Sprint for what you get. What do you guys think about the price? Drop those comments down below. Let me know what you're thinking about the 2024 model years. Do they come how you would like them to? Are the changes enough? Are you happy with these models? Drop those comments down below. Now, if you guys did enjoy the video today, make sure you give the video a big thumbs up. And if you want to help further support the channel, check the links down in the description below. We have a one-time link donation for my PayPal, my Cash App, my Venmo, and my Patreon. Just in case you guys want to donate an extra $1 or $2 to the channel, I appreciate that extra love, guys. Thank you so much. You guys can also check out the Ron's Rise merch and social media links down in the description below. Now make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, but click the notification bell so you don't miss one video. And with that said, you guys be blessed, have a great day, and we'll talk to you guys in the next Ron's Rise video. Peace.